They say it's hard to beat a team 3 times in the same season, but that's just what the CBC Cadets will try to do here tonight in the Class 5, District 5, District 4 championship game here at Parkway Central High School. My name's Randy Molman. Dan Locke is alongside, and you are watching on the Cadet Student Network. It's CBC versus DeSmet for the 3rd time this year. The Cadets 20-7. And the DeSmet Spartans come in with a record of 23-5. 2 of their 5 losses this year to the Cadets. And Dan, both these teams are familiar with each other. They know each other well. They played each other twice. They're in the same conference. They play summer ball either together or against each other. So they are very familiar with each other. But there is a drastic difference in style, isn't there?
Yes, there's a very big contrast in the way DeSmet and CBC play in their style. DeSmet is better in a half-court game, both offensively and defensively. If they can establish Yaya Kita and Seiku Gasama down low, they will have an advantage. Whereas CBC is better in transition, and on defense they like to pressure the ball. So if they can pressure the DeSmet guards and get them discombobulated, force turnovers, then that will swing things in their favor.
CBC and DeSmet, the last time they played on February 20th, the Cadets held DeSmet to 19% shooting. They scored 17 points from the free throw line. Everything else from the field totaled up to 39 points. A very poor offensive output from DeSmet the last time these two played. CBC didn't fare that much better. They only scored 52 in that game. They were out-rebounded in that game. If you look at all the peripheral numbers, DeSmet hung with them, but the final score, it came down to shooting.
Yeah, exactly. If CBC comes out hot like they did on Tuesday night, then I would imagine they'll shoot better than 38% from the field.
DeSmet, as we said, 23-5, 5-3 in the conference. Their leading scorer is Evan Aslison, who comes in averaging 14.5 a game. Jeremiah Walker, 10.3. And then you have Seiku Gasama averaging 9.5. Michael Scoff, 9.3. Yaya Keita, 8.0. They have a lot of diversity in their scoring, don't they?
Yes, their first game in the district here on Tuesday night, all 5 starters were in double figures.
And so that's 5 players in double figures in that game. And if you look at their rebounding, Yaya Keita and Seiku Gasama together average 16 rebounds a game between the two.
Wow.
So
staggering number.
Staggering number. So as we said when we broadcasted earlier this year at CBC, DeSmet will have the size advantage down low, but CBC will look to run and clamp down on the guards and hopefully not get into a situation where they're going to have to, where DeSmet slows them down.
If DeSmet slows them down, CBC is going to have difficulty scoring because they're going to have to shoot over Gasama and Kita inside, and that's nearly impossible. So transition is going to be key for CBC.
Gasama 6'10", Kita 6'9", and so it'll be DeSmet and CBC. The Cadet starters: Caleb Love, number 2. Chevalier Brenson, number 4. Josh Wallace, number 23. Love averaging 18.5 a game. Brenson averaging 6.3. Wallace averaging 13.3 and 6.5 boards. Ari Jackson gets the start as well. Jackson comes in averaging 10.4 a game, shooting 50% from three-point range. And Mike West, the senior, gets the start. Only 3.8 points per game this year, but he played a great game the other night against Kirkwood, got into double figures.
And if you remember the first game on January 4th against DeSmet, Mike Wallace was a key figure in that game too, because he was able to play and put a body on Kita, who had a great first quarter.
So we are ready for tip. CBC and DeSmet, the Spartans wearing their baby blue jerseys and shorts. They'll be going right to left. CBC in the white home jerseys with the purple and Vegas gold trim. And DeSmet wins the tip, and here we go. Jeremiah Walker hands it off to Asleson, who will walk it into the front court. Asleson, excuse me. Brinson knocked it out of bounds. Active hands, that's the thing we saw against Kirkwood. Right out of the gate, CBC's defense, active hands, very aggressive.
And very tight. There's a steal.
Inbound off of number 24, Kita. And here's now Brinson in the corner to Caleb Love. They left him open. He missed the first shot. It's a three, no good. Rebound, Michael Scoff. Into the front court now for DeSmet is number 10, Jeremiah Walker. Left wing, hands it off to Asleson. Asleson to the top of the key, drives down the lane. Got it to number 30, Gassama. Gassama to Kita, laid it up and missed it. He couldn't decide whether to dunk or lay it up.
Yeah, I'm going to say he should have dunked that one.
Caleb Love the other way now for the Cadets. Coach Tatum calls out the offense for CBC. Packed house at Parkway Central High School. The tip-off tonight was brought to you by Tim Kylo, State Farm agent and CBC alum. He takes care of CBC. He can take care of you as well. Here's Chevalier Brinson for three. We've said it all year. He's such an important piece. We talk about Jackson, Love, Wallace, but Chevalier Brinson's so versatile. He can knock down a three from time to time, and he can go down in the block and play a little bit.
Offensive and defensively.
DeSmet calls a timeout immediately, and they want to talk things over. And head coach Kent Williams.
If Chevalier Brinson can knock down threes, that is a huge bonus for CBC. That's not really his game, but if he's open and can hit them, that'll be big.
Absolutely. So the Cadets lead 3-0 early on, first quarter. The winner will take the Class 5 District 4 title. We have 6:44 to play, first quarter, 3-0 Cadets. Inbound to Jeremiah Walker. Here comes DeSmet going right to left. Dribbles across the timeline, guarded by Caleb Love. Gets it to Kita. Kita top of the key, looking down low, pulls it back out. He's guarded by the physical Mike West. Walker down the lane to the corner for Asleson. Drives into the lane, and Caleb Love picked his pocket. Look out, Caleb Love with authority. CBC leads 5-0.
And this is the kind of game CBC wants.
Get steals and go quickly in transition. Caleb Love poked it away, ran out, and was able to flush it home. Asleson in the corner now. Dribbles with the right hand down into the corner. Walker back to Asleson, top of the key. Asleson dribbles with the right hand down in the corner now for Scoff, right side. Poked away by Ari Jackson. Brinson lost it. Grabbed by number 30, Gassama. Gassama to Walker down the lane. He threw it up, and he'll shoot two. He's fouled there
by Josh Wallace.
Josh Wallace will get called for Wallace, his first. So Jeremiah Walker to the free throw line for DeSmet, comes in shooting 75% from the charity stripe. Spins the ball in his hands, first shot up and good.
Defensively in the half-court set, CBC is keeping an extra man down low and making it very difficult for the entry pass to either Gassama or Kita.
Second free throw, rimmed out, knocked out of bounds by Gassama. 1 for 2 for Jeremiah Walker, and CBC will inbound. Caleb Love, wearing the bright red shoes, will walk the ball into the front court. Cadets lead 5-1, first quarter, 5:30 to play. Ari Jackson traveled, and it'll be DeSmet basketball.
Yeah, it looks like they ran a double screen play for Ari Jackson down low, and he traveled on the curl. CBC setting up their full court man-to-man.
Inbound to Walker, he'll bring it up. Quickly across the timeline, down the lane. Gassama from about 8 now, floats it off the glass, no good. Rebound, nowhere. It bounced off of Wallace and goes out of bounds. DeSmet basketball. The 6'9" Yaya Kita and the 6'10" Sekou Gassama for DeSmet. had a great year, 23-5. 2 losses to CBC already this year. Asleason down low. This is Kita. Turns around, faces up. Now he's going to get called with the charge. Mike West, a great defensive play, took the charge.
Mike West not giving up any ground there to Kita, who's 4 inches taller.
2 team fouls, 1 on each side. Caleb Love walks it into the front court for CBC, guarded by Scoff. No, check that, guarded by Thomas Redmond, who checked in. Ari Jackson tried to pass off of a DeSmet player's knee. Here come the Spartans the other way. Asleason into the front court. Guarded by Ari Jackson. Now into the corner for Redmond. Redmond to Kita, back to Redmond. Top of the key, guarded by Love. Redmond down low to Gassama. He is pinned down there, and he's blocked. Josh Wallace with the block.
That's just great defense by Josh Wallace. Great timing to be able to get up and block a 6'10 guy. Robert Martin now checking in for Ari Jackson.
And when he checked in against Kirkwood, that's when the fun really began. Robert Martin really showed out in that game against the Pioneers.
He's a tremendously quick ball handler.
And just a freshman. Redmond inbounds to Gassama, right wing. Drives in, and no foul call. A lot of contact. Caleb Love the other way for the Cadets. Right wing. Crosses over. Down the lane. He's fouled. No.
Going
foul.
up and down.
Up and down on Caleb Love. DeSmet basketball.
4:16 left here in the first. DeSmet trying to get the ball in from the baseline.
5-1 Cadets. Redmond will bring the ball up for DeSmet. Into the front court. Blows past Caleb Love, and he got it to Gassama for 2. Nice play by Redmond. 5-3 CBC. Robert Martin into the front court. Hands the ball off to Chevalier Brenson. Brenson for the Cadets. Guarded by Walker. Gives it to Caleb Love. Redmond guarding Love. Love behind the back dribble. Works off the screen. Now picks up his dribble. Kicks it to Brenson in the corner. Comes out to the right wing. Hands it to Wallace. Wallace from about 17 decides to walk it towards the hoop. And he does so off the glass. Turnaround jumper off the glass for Josh Wallace.
It's a nice strong move there by Josh.
Thomas Redmond to Asleason down low, and a blocking foul. That might be Wallace's second. It is. That is not a good sign for the Cadets.
Now,
Gassama will go to the free throw line.
Josh will probably be taking a seat here with 3:22 left in the third and 2 fouls.
7-3 the score. Gassama misses the first. Ari Jackson into the game, as well as Jackson Andrews. Wallace will come out. I was wondering, I thought West was coming out, and I thought, why are they leaving Wallace in? He'll come out for a little while with that second foul. That's going to hurt. The only real height CBC has against this DeSmet front court. Gassama missed both. Love quickly into the front court, pulls it out at the top of the key, hands it to Jackson, drives down the lane, high off the glass. Ari Jackson to the right of the lane, floated one up off the glass and in. Asleason looking for the alley-oop to Gassama, but they missed. They weren't on the same page there. Gassama wasn't ready for it. Robert Martin will bring it into the front court. It's Martin, Love, Jackson, West, and Andrews in the game for the Cadets. Jackson to Caleb Love now. Love between the circles, dribbles with the left hand. Gets it to Andrews, corner for Jackson. He'll fire up a 3. Ari Jackson for 3.
That's 2 trips in a row where he shot over Gassama.
That's one way to beat height. Redmond down on the block now, out to Asleason. Asleason on the left wing, dribbles down at the free throw line to the corner for Redmond. And he can't bury the 3. That was almost halfway down. Caleb Love the other way for the Cadets. Love down the lane, kicks it to the corner for Andrews.
There's Jackson Andrews.
Andrews for three. Timeout DeSmet.
Jackson Andrews is in his favorite spot on the court.
15-3 CBC with just over 2 to go first quarter. Cadet fans, are you protected? Call State Farm agent and CBC alum Tim Kylo for all of your insurance needs. Tim is more than just the best insurance guy in town. He's also the presenting sponsor of CSN, and we're incredibly grateful for his support. Call Tim at 314-842-4442 or shoot him an email, tim@timkylo, KILO.com.
CBC 3 of 4 from three-point range here early.
That's a good sign. Chevalier Brinson with one, Jackson with one, and Andrews with one.
Yeah, Caleb Love with the only miss. So, yeah, 3 for 4 from three. That's definitely a good start.
Spreading the ball around. They're going to need to make these long-range shots, especially over the next, probably 5 to 7 minutes before Wallace even comes back in this game.
Yes.
If he does. I mean, if CBC holds a lead, we might not see Wallace that much at all here in the first half with 2 fouls.
No. And it looks like Gasama's getting a break, so right now it's just Kita in there.
Gasama's getting a break. Kita's in, and for the Cadets, Wes Herndon is checked in. So it's Herndon, Jackson, Martin, Love, and Andrews on the floor.
This is a small lineup for CBC.
Caleb Love poked it away, got the steal, and a two-handed dunk from Caleb Love. 17-3, the Cadets dominating early like they did on Tuesday.
Caleb Love forces a steal.
Redmond lost it ahead, but it's Asleason hustling back. He beats the trap, comes back the other way, all the way down the floor, and a follow by Kita misses. Here comes Robert Martin. Look out, Robert Martin off the glass. He'll go to the line. Up and down action here at Parkway Central High School. Robert Martin to the free throw line. Foul was called on Thomas Redmond, his first. Martin to the line. On the year, shooting 69.6 from the field. He hits the first, or from the free throw line, he hits the first. Brinson back in the game. Caleb Love will have a seat. It was 30-11 at the end of the first quarter versus Kirkwood on Tuesday, and it is now 18-3 in the first quarter tonight versus DeSmet.
With a minute 28 left, CBC's held DeSmet to 3 points thus far.
Into the front court is number 3. That is Colin Goodwin. Number 15, Grant Western, also in the game. There's another steal. Robert Martin to Andrews for 3. He got it.
What a heads-up play by Robert Martin to find Jackson Andrews.
He buried it. 22-3, CBC. Down low to Kita, and Jackson almost had the steal. Wow, they're going to call a foul.
That'll be on the floor. And I believe that's second on Ari Jackson, if I'm not mistaken.
No, 22, Herndon called.
Oh, okay.
Third team foul.
CBC still with the small lineup in, with Gasama and Kita both in, so.
They might as well keep it that way. It's been working. Kita on the block to Gasama. DeSmet really trying to take advantage of the size advantage because they now have Gasama and Kita back in the game together without Josh Wallace.
Or Mike West.
Or Mike West, that's right. Brinson got called with the foul.
Here comes Mike West.
Gasama to the free throw line. He's already 0 for 2 from there so far. Missed again, he's 0 for 3. And this year, Gasama only 50% from the free throw line. West in for Herndon. So it's West, Jackson, Brinson, Andrews, and Martin on the floor. No Caleb Love, no Josh Wallace here to end the first quarter. Gasama finally makes one. He's 1 for 4. He has 3 points. And Coach Tatum is going to talk about maybe a final shot here with 42 to go first quarter. Brinson will hold it deep.
And this is the matchup that CBC likes. Brinson can take Gasama off the dribble if he comes out high enough.
And it looks like Coach Kent Williams talking to Gasama right now. Gasama only a sophomore. Yaya Kita only a sophomore. So they got a bright future here at DeSmet. And they had a great year, 23-5, playing for the district championship. We're under 10 now. Brinson brings it in, pulls up, he's blocked. Kita grabs it, and he's fouled. Wow, that was a bad sequence of events. Brinson went up for the shot, got blocked, and then out of frustration, reached in on Kita. And that's his second foul, Brinson's second. Inbound quickly, long three off the glass, no good from Colin Goodwin. And another dominating quarter for the CBC Cadets. I should say another dominating first quarter, 22-4. That means in the last two games, they have scored 52 points in the first quarter and only allowed 15. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, what's unbelievable is DeSmet only has 4 points in 8 minutes.
That's Dan Locke. My name's Randy Molman. You're watching CBC Basketball on the Cadet Student Network. TJ's Pizza and Fundraising is one of our favorite sponsors here at CSN. And our fans are thrilled that CBC concession stands are serving delicious TJ's Pizza. Dinner on the go has never been so easy. Be sure to try a slice the next time you come to a game at CBC, football or basketball. TJ's is also the best fundraising option around, offering a simple process that helps your school, team, or organization raise money by selling delicious pizzas and desserts. Call TJ's at 314-869-9404 or learn more online at tjspizza.com. First quarter is complete here in the district championship game, Class 5 District 4. And the Cadets will take on the winner of the Class 5 District 3 championship game going on right now between Parkway South, the 4 seed, who upset Marquette, the number 1 seed, and Eureka, and they were the 2 seed. So the winner of that game, Parkway South and Eureka, will play the winner of this game here tonight. And that'll be on Tuesday, I believe, March 6th, or Wednesday.
Wednesday
March 6th.
at Lindenwood.
At Lindenwood. What a great venue Lindenwood is. If you're wanting to come watch a game, go to Lindenwood. It's a pit-style floor with very high stands on all sides. Holds the noise really, really well. It's a great atmosphere. Josh Wallace to Andrews for 3. That's his 3rd here in the first half. Jackson Andrews. He loves that left wing.
Yes, he does. And in the last 2 games, he's been on fire.
Jeremiah Walker with a nice runner there for DeSmet. 25-6 CBC lead. 7:20 to go until halftime. Love to R.A. Jackson. Lost the handle for a second. Grabs it. Now we'll hand it to Robert Martin, and CBC will reset. Martin guarded by Walker. This is Caleb Love, left wing. To Andrews. Down to R.A. Jackson in the right corner. Wow. The Cadets are 5 for 6 from three-point range in this first half.
They've hit 6. Jackson Andrews has 3. Ari has 2. And Chevalier Brinson has 1. Is that right?
That's right. 28-6 CBC.
18 points off 3s.
Colin Goodwin into the front court for DeSmet. Guarded by Andrews. Gets it to Yaya Kita, right wing. Hands it back to Goodwin. He gets it to Asleason. Feeds number 30, Gasama, down on the block. Guarded by Wallace, who's back in the game. That's risky. Kita grabs the offensive board, lays it up and in. First 2 points for Yaya Kita. Andrews from the left wing. This time finally misses. And DeSmet comes down with the rebound. Asleason dribbled it off Love's foot. CBC basketball. Martin to Love. Love drives to the basket. High off the glass and good. 6 points for Caleb Love. 30-8 Cadets. 6 minutes to play until halftime.
Nice soft touch there by Caleb Love.
Here's Goodwin running point for DeSmet, deep right wing, guarded by Andrews. Gassama at the free throw line, feeds Kita down low, high-low, working for DeSmet. Kita with the turnaround, got it up and in.
And that's where DeSmet can be dangerous.
Here comes CBC now into the front court. Robert Martin dribbling with the left hand, guarded by Goodwin. Deep right wing, pulls it back out. Wallace will come out to set the screen. Martin works around it to the free throw line. 15-footer, no good. Rebound by Goodwin. Here comes DeSmet the other way. Goodwin into the front court. Trapped, beats it. Tried to feed Gassama, but Gassama wasn't ready for it. Ball goes out of bounds. Off of CBC, 5:19 to play until half, 30-10 Cadets. DeSmet's leading scorer, Asleason, has 0 points thus far.
And I think CBC's done a good job. DeSmet's only attempted 1 3-pointer and didn't make it. It wasn't by Asleason.
Gassama to Asleason, right corner. On the baseline, back to Gassama. He threatened to shoot. He knew better. Now will drive, and he traveled.
For a second there, I thought they were going to call Josh Wallace for his 3rd foul.
Me too. That's the worry when you have 2 fouls early in the game, which Wallace has, and he's in the game right now with a 20-point lead. They tried to trap Robert Martin, but got called with the foul. Let's see who gets the lucky foul. Looks like number 3. It'll be Colin Goodwin charged. His first. .508 to play until halftime, 30-10 Cadets.
DeSmet putting on a press right now, being down 20 points.
Caleb Love up and under, no good. Nice defensive play by the Spartans. Ball kicked out of bounds off of Michael Scoff, and it'll be CBC basketball. Thomas Redmond returns. There are only 3 seniors on this roster. One of them's Asleason. The others are Goodwin and Grant Western for DeSmet. This is a young team. They're going to be a peck of trouble over the next couple years.
Yes, with Kita, Gassama, and Jeremiah Walker all being
Robert
sophomores.
Martin drills a 3. He gets in on the action. 33-10 Cadets. They can't miss, Dan.
4 players with 3-point field goals here in the first half.
Goodwin guarded by Kyle Henderson, who checked in. Goodwin off the rim, no good. Rebound there by Kita. Left hand, good. Boy, he is physical. Yaya Kita. 6'9" sophomore. Brenson into the front court, slows it down for the Cadets. Approaching 4 minutes to play until halftime. 33-12. The winner takes the Class 5 District 4 title home with them. Caleb Love misses. There's Henderson with a rebound and a reach-in foul called on Goodwin.
It's good position there by Kyle Henderson.
That'll be the 2nd foul on the senior Goodwin. Mike West returns. He'll check in for Robert Martin. That ball off of a DeSmet defender. That's number 13, Redmond. Redmond, another sophomore. Redmond and Caleb Love doing a little jawing at each other. Caleb Love now top of the key. He'll drive past Redmond. Finds Josh Wallace. What a beautiful look. Wallace was ready.
He got both Kita and Gassama to commit just barely enough and threw a nice pass to Josh Wallace.
Asleason to Kita. Now Asleason pulls out at the elbow, kicks it over to Walker. Walker pulls it out, guarded by Henderson. Tried to get around him and couldn't. Asleason left wing, guarded by Brenson, and that's a hand check, and Brenson's 3rd foul. Brenson's going to come out of the game. Ari Jackson will check in. That's a big foul.
Yeah.
third on Brinson. We won't see him for a while.
It's definitely too early for that for CBC. And I think it's too early for them to even slow the game down. I think they should just continue doing what they're doing.
35-12, 3:19 to go until halftime. Asleason down the lane with the runner, no good. And over the back on Gasama. Yes, over the back on the rebound. Call on Sekou Gasama, his first. The 6'10" sophomore. Caleb Love will slow walk it into the front court, dribbling with the left hand, listening with the right ear to Coach Tatum.
Got 3 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Henderson, Ari Jackson for three, no good. Mike West with the rebound, but he pushed to get up, and that'll be a call. Mike West, his first. And that is the 7th team foul, which means DeSmet will shoot 1 and 1 here. They're in the bonus.
You almost don't want to waste fouls like that on the offensive end because you're going to need them.
Yaya Kita to the line. First free throw, good. He got the front end. He has 7. Kita this year, 50% from the line. That'll be one of the things he and Gasama will need to work on in the offseason. Free throws, they're both 50% from the line this year. Kita 2 for 2. Caleb Love walks it up for CBC. 2:49 and counting until halftime. 35-14 Cadets. Love picks up his dribble, got it to Wallace, top of the key to Kyle Henderson. Ari Jackson now has the size advantage on Asleason. Dribbles with the right hand, looking for a screen, worked off of it to Wallace at 19 feet, hands it to Caleb Love for three. Caleb Love. 9 points for the junior. 38-14 Cadets.
CBC's just killing DeSmet with the three tonight.
Unbelievable.
5 different players.
Shoot. And a DeSmet player lost their shoe. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with DeSmet. That was Redmond. Michael Scoff returns for the Spartans. Andrews and Herndon check in. Good news here. Wallace off the floor with hopefully the remaining 2:09 of the half, making sure he doesn't get that third foul.
So it's 8 threes by CBC by 5 different players.
That is impressive.
Double dribble.
Double dribble called on Jeremiah Walker. You had to look real close to see that one.
Yeah.
So Caleb Love running the point here. Under 2 to play until halftime. 38-14 Cadets. Down the lane, he found Mike West. Pump fake, back up. He's blocked. Herndon to Andrews. Andrews quickly out to Jackson. Gasama got out on Jackson Andrews quickly in a smart move by Andrews not to try to shoot over him. Foul out in the open floor, and Kent Williams is not happy about it. He's talking to the officials. Michael Scoff, first team foul. And Kent Williams is really giving that official on the near side an earful.
I don't know what he's upset about. Scoff is out there to bump Caleb Love. There he's getting a technical foul.
And now a technical foul called on Scoff.
He pushed him. He deserves a technical.
Michael Scoff and Caleb Love, tell me about that a little. You were watching it. What happened?
Well, Coach Williams was upset over the foul called, and Scoff walked over as he's guarding Caleb Love and just pushed him. And Caleb had his arms down, and it was a foul, and that was the intent, was to push him.
So Caleb Love will shoot the technical free throws. He misses the first. He'll shoot the second, and then CBC will get the ball. Scoff is going to sit down. They put him on the bench.
Yeah, that technical foul kind of defeated Coach Williams' argument to the referees there.
While Coach Williams was arguing with the official here on the near side, Scoff walked over and committed a technical, pushing Caleb Love. I wonder if the intent is to just try to get in his head, see what happens.
Perhaps.
And by the way, it's not going to work.
No.
You're not going to get in Caleb Love's head. Offensive foul called on Wes Herndon away from the ball. Illegal screen, I believe. Second personal. So this game is now slowed to a crawl here in the last 2 minutes. Under 1:30 to go, 39-14 CBC. Walker into the front court, guarded by Andrews. He works off the screen by Gassama. Gets it to number 13. That's Redmond. Fires from the baseline. Gets his own rebound, lays it up and in. Thomas Redmond. He's a nice player,
yeah,
Thomas
he is.
Redmond.
Is he sophomore, you said?
Saw another sophomore.
And he gets a lot of time.
On the floor right now, you have 4 sophomores and 1 senior for DeSmet. And it looks like Redmond is cut. They're going to have to repair it. He's bleeding. So they're going to have to fix it.
Grant Western checks in for him.
Grant Western, also a football player for DeSmet. If I remember correctly, he was a tight end and maybe a defensive lineman. Western, a senior. But don't quote me on that. It's been a while since football season. I don't remember what happened yesterday, Dan.
You seem pretty sure of yourself, Randy.
R.A.
I believe
Jackson
you.
pulls it out left wing, under 40 seconds to go until halftime. They're going to play for the final shot here. 39-16 Cadets.
There's
Martin
a foul.
fouled by Asselson. He hit him on the arm. That'll be his first.
We'll send Robert Martin to the line.
Martin will shoot free throws, and for Robert Martin, 69.6 from the line this year, 39 of 56 coming in. Herndon will check in for Andrews. Get a little length on defense here
Check
with
that
32.
Henderson. Is it Henderson?
Yeah.
Kyle Henderson?
What did I
Okay.
say?
Herndon, West.
Herndon.
He's out now.
Yes.
I think.
Henderson in the game. Martin hits the first. He's 3 for 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Look at 4 for 4.
4 for 4, Robert Martin. Full court pressure from CBC. Asselson fouled by Martin. I don't know why you do that.
No, it's a silly foul.
I mean, obviously he didn't plan to commit the foul,
No.
but that's just that's tough. You don't want to foul.
You don't want to stop the clock and
Right.
put them on the line with
Right. When you have a
a
big
26-point lead.
you want to get to half. Andrews back in for Henderson now. Nope. West is coming out. Save him from another foul. Mike West has 1. Redmond back in the game. They got his knee wrapped up. The cut's covered. Yaya Keto will take a breather before halftime. Little extra rest for the big man. Asselson hits the first.
His first point.
80, yes, it is, and he's 85% from the line this year.
You don't want to put him on the line
No.
unnecessarily.
2 for 2 for Asselson. CBC doing to DeSmet's top scorer what they did to Kirkwood's top scorer on Tuesday. In effect, shutting him down.
Holding it for 1 here. Let's see if they can run a better play than they did at the end of the first quarter.
So playing for that final shot. 10 seconds to go. Caleb Love open. Closed quickly by Redmond. Now he'll try to work off Redmond. Drives down the lane, off the glass, and good.
Wow.
Caleb Love, that is just beautiful. And the timing couldn't be better. The CBC Cadets go into halftime with a 43-18 advantage. What a half for the Cadets. And what a first quarter. 22-4 in that first quarter, Dan.
Yes, CBC has come out hot again from three-point range with 8 threes in the first half.
8 threes. That's 24 points by my quick math.
And they're up 25.
That's right. Cadet fans, we're proud to call Chick-fil-A the official chicken sandwich of the Cadet Student Network. Those delicious Chick-fil-A sandwiches are now available in the CBC concession stands. Grab a sandwich the next time you join us for a game, and be sure to visit our friends at our favorite Chick-fil-A on Manchester, just east of Dallas. Chick-fil-A is CSN's favorite pregame meal, and it should be yours too. Thank you to our friends at Chick-fil-A. My name's Randy Molman. Dan Locke is here alongside, and it is halftime at Parkway Central High School in the Class 5 District 4 championship game. The CBC Cadets lead 43-18. We'll be back for the second half shortly.
Let State Farm agent and CBC alum Tim Kylo protect what matters most to you. Whether it's auto, home, renters, business, or life insurance, for more than 25 years, Tim and his team have helped their clients manage risk and realize their dreams. Tim is a member of the CBC Alumni Hall of Fame and is a presenting sponsor of the Cadet Student Network. He prides himself on serving and protecting our CBC community, and he can protect you too. Give him a call at 314-842-4442 to see how Tim can save you money on your insurance. That's right, Tim Kylo can save you money. Learn more online anytime at timkylo.com.
Men for tomorrow, brothers for life. We say it often, and we take great pride in our commitment to this motto. That commitment has become a part of who we are at CBC. Our brotherhood is well defined. We see it, we feel it, we experience it every day. It's in the relationships we establish, the moments we share, and the memories we will cherish forever. But what does it mean to be a man for tomorrow? It means that you've prepared your mind, your body, your spirit, and your conscience for anything that life might throw your way. Your experiences at CBC should push you, challenge you, and inspire you to make the world a better place. And after 4 years, every cadet who walks across that stage at graduation will be a man who is guided by faith, strengthened by intellect, committed to justice, and prepared to lead and serve.
I am a difference maker. Oh, I am only one who speaks to him, and I am the friendliest of friends of God. I am a difference maker. Oh, I am only one who speaks to him, and I am the friendliest of friends of God.
At CBC, we win awards, championships, and accolades of all kinds. We love to celebrate together and couldn't be more proud of these accomplishments. But ultimately, our purpose is much greater. CBC is here to develop young men who will go out and make a difference in the world. That's a man for tomorrow.
A CBC high school education is about a transformation from boys to men. It is about the formation of a brotherhood that will stand the test of time. It is about service and discovery. It is about coming to understand the world around us and the people that live in it, and ourselves through real life experiences.
Let State Farm agent and CBC alum Tim Kylo protect what matters most to you. Whether it's auto, home, renters, business, or life insurance, for more than 25 years, Tim and his team have helped their clients manage risk and realize their dreams. Tim is a member of the CBC Alumni Hall of Fame and is a presenting sponsor of the Cadet Student Network. He prides himself on serving and protecting our CBC community, and he can protect you too. Give him a call at 314-842-4442 to see how Tim can save you money on your insurance. That's right, Tim Kylo can save you money. Learn more online anytime at timkylo.com.
We're back live at Parkway Central High School for the Class 5 District 4 State Championship game. The CBC Cadets trying to beat DeSmet for the third time this year and take away the district title. And so far, so good. 43-18 Cadets at halftime. A dominating first quarter. 22-4 at the end of that quarter. 8 3-pointers by 5 different Cadets. My name's Randy Molman, Dan Locks alongside. We're happy to bring you the CBC Cadets on the Cadet Student Network. And it looks as if the Cadets will be taking on Eureka if they win. So if the Cadets can hold on, they will take on Eureka on Wednesday at Lindenwood University in the Sweet 16.
CBC with the same starting 5 that they started the game with.
That's Brinson, Love, West, Wallace, and Jackson.
Steal by CBC, Caleb Love.
Caleb Love with his third dunk of the night. 14 points for the junior star. Walker down the lane, dribbles back to the wing, and he's pinned down back there, knocked out of bounds. Off of DeSmet, it'll be CBC basketball. Cadets going right to left, 7:32 to play third quarter. 45-18 CBC.
Trying to trap Caleb Love here.
Brinson, no look pass, but Yaya Kita grabbed it, and it's DeSmet basketball. Walker into the front court for the Spartans. Down the lane, back to Kita. Kita couldn't handle it.
On the floor, Mike
West dives on the floor. Caleb Love to Wallace quickly into the front court, and he traveled. Wallace grabbed the ball and
was bouncing up and down.
He sort of bounced up and down as if to wait for the rest of the Cadets to get into the front court, and the referee said he picked up both of his feet. Huh. Okay. Under 7 to go, third quarter. Redmond, right wing, drives down the baseline, fouled by Brinson. That's going to be his fourth. Chevalier Brinson.
That's a tough call there. I thought that Redmond kind of pushed off a little bit.
That is a ticky-tack call.
Yeah.
Had his hands on his back, and they're going to call that.
Unfortunate for Chevalier.
That's his fourth. He'll be out for a while. Asselson, right wing, guarded by Martin, gets it to Redmond. Redmond drives down the lane. Excuse me, underneath the Yaya Kita. Lays it in and good. 10 points for Kita. Wallace thought about shooting, decided against it. Ari Jackson got it knocked away. Here comes DeSmet. Asselson all the way down the floor. Over Caleb Love. Rebound no good. Ball kicks out to Ari Jackson, and here comes Jackson the other way. He'll pull up, but his pass is errant. Kita into the front court, and he throws down a dunk.
Justin Tatum going to get a timeout here.
Tatum's not going to allow this to go on much longer.
No.
A 43-18 halftime lead. It's now 45-22. Only 4 points for DeSmet, but CBC does look sloppy here at the beginning of this second half.
Yeah, I think that's 3 straight turnovers. And DeSmet is going to need to, frankly, they're going to have to speed up the game and try to, you're seeing that with the full court pressure that they're applying that they weren't using in the first half.
And that's not their style.
No, it isn't, but it's a necessary evil at this point to.
They've won 23 games this year and averaged just 61 points a game on offense. Their game is slow it down, feed the big men, let Asselson hit open shots,
and out rebound.
Right, but
teams.
they don't run. They haven't had to run most of the year. Martin stepped out of bounds, bringing it up the floor, and so DeSmet will take it. Another turnover by the Cadets.
The pressure getting to CBC a little bit here at the beginning of this first or second half.
Asselson, right wing, pulls it back out. Down the lane, left-handed, no good. Wallace with the rebound. Finds Robert Martin. They beat the press. Here comes CBC into the front court. Martin all the way down to Mike West, down on the baseline, up and in. Good look by Robert Martin.
Yeah.
Forcing the issue, found West on the baseline. Here's Redmond, nifty dribbling. And a foul called on Mike West.
They got him for the reach. And Caleb Love was off to the races.
Second foul on West. Second team foul of the half called on the Cadets. Scoff inbounds to Redmond. Redmond works off the screen, ran into his own man, got it to Kita. Now to Gassama, hands it off to number 33, Scoff, who drives and lays one up and in for DeSmet. 6 points for DeSmet early here in the third quarter. Martin got by his man, got it to Wallace, over Gassama, almost threw it down over the big man.
And that's going up strong.
That is going up strong. And a foul on Gassama. Wallace goes to the free throw line. Second on Gassama, 5:21 to go, third quarter.
When you take the ball up strong like that, typically you're either going to get the bucket or you're going to get fouled.
Wallace hit 1 of 2. He has 5 points. He was in early foul trouble in that first quarter. Goodwin almost lost the handle. Recovers. Got it to Gassama at the top of the key. Gassama back to Goodwin. Looking for Kita, right through his hands, out of bounds. CBC basketball.
So 5 minutes left here in the third. CBC with a 24-point lead.
So DeSmet's waving those flags over there. What are those flags for, Dan?
I think they're Mali, the country in Africa where Yaya Kita and Sekou Gassama are from, I believe.
Love drives down the lane, and he missed Ari Jackson with the pass. DeSmet basketball, and CBC looks a little disjointed here in the second half so far.
Yeah, the press looks like it's getting to him a little bit.
48-24 Cadets. 4:45 to go, third quarter. Jackson fell down, and down the lane, Goodwin lays it up, but they're going to call a travel. They called a travel on Colin Goodwin.
The Smet fans do not like it. Neither does Kent Williams.
The Smet coach, Kent Williams, can't believe it. Jackson Andrews will check in now for CBC. He had the hot hand. 3 threes in the first half. Caleb Love pulls up from the free throw line. That's no good. Rebound Redmond. So the Cadets have gone a little cold here. 48-24 the score. Redmond beats Andrews off the dribble. Fires up a shot, no good, but Andrews got back to rebound off his right hand, out of bounds. Thomas Redmond with a nifty move out on the right wing, creating his own shot. Missed it though. He gets the inbound and he gets it to Gassama. Gassama backs his man up. That's Mike West. He goes up and he's fouled. And then he pushes Mike West after the shot. Mike West is going to get called with the foul. That's his third. West has 3. Brenson has 4. Josh Wallace with 2. Gassama to the line. 1 for 4 tonight, 50% on the year. He's now made his last 2. Missed that one though.
It's a good box out by Mike West.
Robert Martin quickly to Andrews from the left corner, and that's short. Rebound, count it. Mike West.
Looks like Jackson Andrews' shot got, Yaya Kita might have got a hand on it. He doesn't shoot air balls.
No. Colin Goodwin called with the foul. That's Goodwin's third. West this year, 59.3%, but he drops that one home.
Got the friendly roll, complete the three-point play. So we're halfway through the third. 51-25 CBC.
26-point advantage for the Cadets. They built it off a 22-4 first quarter. Out of bounds, off DeSmet, CBC basketball.
So DeSmet is putting Yaya Kita at the top of this press to make it difficult for Andrews to inbound the ball.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pressure that inbound. Andrews found Wallace near side with a rainbow two-handed pass, and here comes CBC into the front court. Robert Martin guarded by Redmond. Martin behind the back dribble. Hands it off to Caleb Love. Love. Shuffles it to Andrews, back to Love. Love now will drive. He's met, and he'll pull it back out. He'll work off a Wallace screen, and he'll fire up a three. No good. It's too strong. Robert Martin almost had the rebound. He does get it. Oh, he's fouled. Oh, yeah. Gassama ran him over.
Jumped on his back, yeah.
That's like a block in the back in football right there.
Robert Martin walking gingerly.
That's Gassama's third. Oh, yeah, I mean, that was a big-time block in the back there. Gassama drilled Robert Martin when he was going after the ball on the floor.
So Mike West catches a breather, and Wes Herndon in for him.
So it's Herndon, Martin, Andrews, Love, and Wallace on the floor for CBC. Caleb Love with a great pass to Josh Wallace from the elbow.
It's a great find. Josh Wallace, plenty of room to knock down that shot from the elbow.
Very few players can make that pass. Under 3 to go, third quarter. Goodwin driving down the lane, goes up into the trees. Fouled or blocked by Wallace. Kita is fouled, and he'll go to the line. Robert Martin called. That's his first. Check that, his second. And Yaya Kita to the free throw line. Kita has 12. First free throw good. Kita 3 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Asleason back in the game for DeSmet. Asleason.
1 point? Or two, no, he's got 3 points. 3 free throws, I believe.
2 free throws. I've got him down
right?
for 2.
Okay. Well under his average.
Well under his average.
Robert Martin working outside here with 2:37 left.
Wallace almost had it. Oh, and Herndon's rebound rolled out. Did Kita make that last free throw? While we were chatting, I missed it. In the corner, there's Western. Western drives in, kicks it out now to Goodwin. Goodwin pulls it out.
Herndon daring Gassama to shoot.
Gassama with the spin move, drives down the lane, but he's fouled on the floor by Herndon. That's 3 on Herndon. 2:06 to play, third quarter. There's Kita off the glass, no good. Got his own rebound and count the basket.
And that'll be a number 3 on Josh Wallace.
Kita doing some manly work down there.
It's almost like he threw it off the backboard to himself.
When you're 6'9" and built like a offensive tackle, missed that free throw. His first miss tonight. From the line, 53-29. Robert Martin brings it into the front court, guarded by Western. CBC, Martin drives down the lane. He's going to take it himself, and he's fouled. He beat Western off the dribble, got the foul.
Went up with the left hand there.
Western's first. And Martin goes to the free throw line. First one good. Martin 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 8 points.
It's nice to see Robert getting to the line as much as he is tonight. One of the better free throw shooters on the Cadets team.
Oh yeah, 6 for 6 tonight. Goodwin. Martin tried to pick his pocket, but Goodwin passed it to Western. Western at the elbow to Kita. Kita backing his man down, spin move, hands it to Gassama.
They're giving Gassama that shot, that outside shot.
He's not taking it.
No.
Andrews bats that out of bounds.
CBC doing a nice job of not giving up any three-point shots.
Gassama at the free throw line. Now will drive on Wallace. Wow, good defense by Wallace, but Mike West is called on the floor. The officiating's gotten very tight here in this third quarter. That's Mike West's fourth. That's now West and Brinson, both with 4 fouls.
And Brinson hasn't even played here in the third quarter.
Now, we won't see him till the middle of the fourth, most likely. It's 55-29 CBC. Kita at the line.
Minute 16 left here in the third.
Kita 4 of 5 from the free throw line, shooting 1 and 1, misses the front end. And Ari Jackson got the tipped ball. And Robert Martin will slow things down, approaching a minute to go in the third quarter. 55-29 Cadets. Andrews bounce pass to Jackson. Jackson to Martin, deep right wing. He'll pull it out to the center circle. Little nifty dribbling to try to get around Goodwin. Goodwin with good position, but Martin gets the ball back and then fires up a three. No good. Rebound by Gassama. That all looked good, and then the shot missed.
Yeah. He was wide open though, so.
Goodwin in the corner to Redmond, guarded by Andrews. Redmond hands it to Gassama, back to Redmond. Gassama posted his man up, got position, and from point-blank range drew the foul from Ari Jackson. For Jackson, his first.
Not a terrible foul with the percentage being what they are. Gassama shooting a layup or free throws.
Gassama has 4 points tonight. He's 2 for 6 from the free throw line. Make it 2 for 7.
Caleb Love checking in for Robert Martin.
Second free throw is good. Yaya Kita's going to get called on the inbound with the foul there. His second. We're already at 13 total fouls in this third quarter. Like I said, this third quarter, the officiating really tightened up. Jackson, baseball pass inbound to Herndon. The give and go to Love. Love to Wallace, fouled by number 15, Western.
Wasn't sure what Caleb was going to do there.
CBC will inbound. Jackson, and a bad look. Caleb Love backed up. Jackson thought he was coming close. It went off Goodwin. It's out of bounds. 17.1 left third quarter. 55-30, a 25-point lead for the Cadets. Inbound into the backcourt for Wallace. And Caleb Love will walk it up. And I imagine Love will want to take this final shot. 6, 5, 4. Here he comes. He got it to Wallace. Wow. What a look. He found Josh Wallace running towards the hoop. The alley-oop, lay in, good. 57-30 at the end of 3.
So CBC increasing their lead from halftime.
Fans, if you want to save a few dollars, of course you would. You'll need to give State Farm agent and CBC Hall of Famer Tim Kylo a call. Let him help you save, just like he's helping CBC Communications Director Patrick Walsh, who moved his life, home, and auto policies to Tim and saved more than $1,000 on his annual payments. Call or email Tim during this timeout. See how he can help you. 314-842-4442 or shoot him an email, tim@timkylo.com. We want to say thanks to the folks at Mercy Sports Medicine for continuing to take care of our student athletes. Mercy is ranked as a top-tier Catholic health system nationally and offers the highest quality health care for students and families. We know that firsthand here at CBC. Athletic trainer Kristen Jeans and the team at Mercy take great care of our young men. To learn more, visit mercy.net. Cadet fans, if you know a grade school student who might be a future cadet, please encourage him to pay us a visit and experience CBC for himself. Find our admissions team online at cbchs.org/experiencecbc. Every 8th grader should schedule his official visit to CBC today. Spend a day with us and experience what CBC is all about. Time for the fourth quarter. CBC 57, DeSmet 30, and a mass exodus. A lot of fans leaving. 27-point lead for the Cadets.
Chevalier Brinson back in with the 4 fouls for CBC.
There's Caleb Love, short on the 3 straight away. Keita grabs the board. Goodwin into the front court. Goodwin trying to find a hole in that defense, couldn't find one. Came back across to Western, who found Keita on the block. Yaya Keita lays it up and in. Good ball reversal there by DeSmet. Ari Jackson takes the inbound, gets it up to Andrews. Andrews back to Chevalier. Brinson back in the game with 4 fouls.
The high screen and roll for Caleb Love.
Love now bounce pass cross court to Ari Jackson. Back to Love. Love. Dribble drive to Wallace. Floater very short. Nicked the rim. Western there for the rebound. Fell right in his lap. Here comes DeSmet into the front court. Grant Western dribbling to the left. At the elbow. Gossama. No good. Ball bounces around. Keita dives on the floor. Came up with it. Timeout called by DeSmet. DeSmet's effort has not gone away. They are still hustling and working hard here. 57-32.
They've played the second half pretty much even with CBC so far.
It was 43-18 at halftime. Since then, the Cadets have scored 14 points. And DeSmet has scored 14 points. So when you say pretty much even, you mean even.
That's correct.
That's Dan Locke. My name's Randy Molman. You're watching CBC basketball on the Cadet Student Network. CBC leads 57-32. The winner will go on to face Eureka in the Sweet 16. They're the Class 3 district champs, beating Parkway South. And that game will be at Lindenwood on Wednesday, March 6th. We will, of course, if CBC holds on, we will, of course, be there to bring you all the action here on the Cadet Student Network. Inbound to Keita. This is Redmond, faked the shot, now pulls up from 18, and he got it to go. Nice shot there for Thomas Redmond.
It's been a while since I've seen DeSmet knock down a jumper tonight.
Love into the front court for the Cadets. Far side, tried to dribble behind his leg, but he stepped out of bounds. DeSmet basketball. Here's Jeremiah Walker. Works off the screen, now tries to drive, kicks it to the corner. That's Redmond for 3, and he buries it.
Redmond starting to feel it.
Thomas Redmond finding that same spot Jackson Andrews likes. Brinson with a teardrop, no good, and he held up. He could have taken that all the way to the rim, and he held up and tried to.
That's the significance of having 6'10", 6'9" in the middle. It gets into your head a little bit.
So it's only a 20-point lead now for the Cadets. DeSmet inching their way back into this game. Only 5:50 to play.
Coach Williams needs to get Askelson back in the game.
Askelson has not made a field goal in this game.
He hasn't had many shots either.
No.
They've kind of
2 free throws, and that's it for the leading scorer, the senior, Evan Askelson. There's a steal, and Walker lays it up and in.
Cut it to 18. 5:35 left.
Yeah, lead is now 18. There's a foul by Redmond and a good sell by Caleb Love over on the far side. So with 5:32 to play, both teams are already in the bonus. Love will go to the free throw line. Shooting 1 and 1. Makes the first. 2 of 3 tonight. 15 points for CBC's leading scorer. He drops the second one after that rattled around.
Back to a 20-point lead.
Redmond beats Brinson off the dribble and got it up to Gassama, who couldn't lay it in. And then Gassama turns around and fouls Brinson on the rebound.
Gassama's getting his money's worth on fouls tonight, it seems like.
That's Gassama's 4th. He has committed some hard fouls. Chevalier Brinson to the line, shooting 1 and 1. Brinson has 4 fouls. Mike West is in the game. He also has 4. Brinson missed the front end. Credit to CBC. They had 2 guys that are starters that were in foul trouble for a lot of this game, and they've held this 20-point lead. Down the lane is number 33, Michael Scoff.
It's a nice, strong move by Scoff.
Very nice move. Ran down the baseline, laid it up and in, and there's almost a steal. And a foul's going to be called on Redmond. Almost a held ball, jump ball.
Send Brinson back to the line.
One and one here, 59-41 Cadets, 4:52 to play. Brinson takes a deep breath, bends at the knees, and couldn't get it to fall. He's 0 for 2 from the line.
2 front ends that he's just missed. Curious why Coach Williams has Evan Askelson on the bench.
Maybe to get some of these younger guys some experience.
Yeah, he's a senior and this is his last game. He's been their guy all year.
Gassama missed, got his own rebound, goes up, and he's fouled. The official was just waiting to blow that whistle. That'll be Josh Wallace. And that's Wallace's 4th. Brinson, Wallace, and West all with 4 fouls. Gassama to the line, shooting 2. He is 3 for 8 from the line tonight. Henderson in for Brinson. Martin, Henderson, Wallace, West, and Love in the game for CBC. Gassama hit them both.
Spartans cut it to 16.
This is as close as they've
turnover.
been, and there's a turnover. Redmond got Love to dribble it off his leg, and DeSmet has the ball, down just 16 with 4:22 left. Robert Martin pokes it free. He gets the ball in transition, up and good. Huge play by Robert Martin.
Robert Martin, excellent job of getting good position, drawing the contact there.
Wait a minute.
Looks like Kyle Henderson's going to get called.
They called
for the foul.
Henderson, but Henderson was away from him by the time they blew the whistle. Henderson wasn't even close. Wow. By the time they blew that whistle, Henderson was nowhere near Redmond. He had thrown his hands up and ran away from Redmond. So Redmond will shoot free throws on the year. 76.5% free throw shooter. He now has 8 points above his season average, which is 4.7. Missed the second. And a foul. That's going to be 5 on Gassama.
And Williams is on the court, Coach Williams.
Gassama fouls out with 7 points. So Gassama will have a seat. His season could be over. Grant Western checks in for him. Kent Williams is irate. Josh Wallace will shoot 2. That's the 10th team foul. Both teams in the double bonus now with 4:08 to play. Wallace hits the first.
Coach Williams talking to any referee that'll give him the time right now. As the head official made the call and walked away from him.
Missed the second. 10 points now for Wallace. Western left wing for DeSmet to Redmond. Redmond behind the back dribble, guarded by Caleb Love. Redmond dribbles with the right hand, down the lane, right corner for Scoff. Scoff drives in, and that might be Mike West's 5th. That might be his 5th. See who they get it on. Yep, that's Mike West's 5th foul, and he will foul out of this game with 5 points.
There's been a lot of fouls this second half.
Oh, yeah. It got very tight. Chevalier Brenson will check in with the scorer's table, and he'll come in for West. Scoff will shoot 2.
So both Josh Wallace and Chevalier Brenson with 4 fouls in the game right now.
Scoff shooting 2 for DeSmet. First one up and no good. It was short. For Scoff this year, a 60% free throw shooter. And his second free throw is good. Caleb Love grabs the inbound. Here comes Caleb into the front court, working on Western, pulls up, but a foul called on Grant Western. That's Western's 3rd. So Caleb Love now to the free throw line. 3:45 to play. 62-45 Cadets.
In and out for Caleb Love.
He's 3 for 5 from the line tonight. Buries the second.
CBC with the pressure.
And Robert Martin with the steal. Henderson, no good, but that'll be Western's 4th foul. Great play. Boy, Robert Martin has been a difference maker on defense as well.
Yeah. He gets in there and just messes everything up for the other team, doesn't he?
So fast.
Yeah.
Just a freshman. Boy, can you imagine the games that are going to happen next year between these two? With Caleb Love and Robert Martin.
Chevalier Brunson, only a sophomore.
Against this DeSmet team that brings back everyone on the roster except 3 players.
That will be their competition in the Metro Catholic Conference, that's for sure.
Western into the front court to Scoff. Scoff with a spin move in the lane. Count it.
Scoff having himself a good second half, aside from the technical foul.
Caleb Love called his first. 3:20 to play, 63-47. Scoff will shoot, and the three-point play is complete. Scoff now with 6, make that 8 points.
Down to a 15-point lead. It's the closest they've been since the second quarter.
Martin found Wallace on the block, and he's fouled. Oh, my. Boy, every trip down the floor, they're blowing the whistle. Every single trip. Really hard for these guys on both sides to get into any kind of offense when every trip down the floor a foul is called. Wallace will shoot 2. He has 10 points tonight. He is now 3 for 5 from the free throw line.
The clock stoppages do work in DeSmet's favor. They want to extend the game as long as possible.
Full court pressure from CBC, 2-2-1. DeSmet breaks the press. In the corner for Western for 3. He drills it. Grant Western, first basket of the evening for him.
13-point game.
13-point game. DeSmet is in it. Love to Brinson. Finds Wallace down low off Wallace's leg.
It's a turnover.
And it's DeSmet basketball.
There's still plenty of time left. 2:47.
Boy, this game has gotten interesting. Coach Tatum calls a timeout. Fans, we want to remind you that CSN is more than just athletics. Our theater department's performance of She Loves Me is now available, and the upcoming performance of Rock of Ages will debut on the network in early March. From the classroom to the court, from the field to the stage. If it's happening at CBC, you'll find it on CSN. Coach Tatum talking to his crew right now. Very, very animated down there.
He's very upset, but CBC needs to concentrate and close this one out. And to do that, they're going to have to hit their free throws, not foul, and try to take as much time off the clock as they can when they do get the ball.
Mike West has fouled out of this game. Chevalier Brenson and Josh Wallace each have 4. For DeSmet, Sekou Gassama fouled out. He had 7 points.
So CBC bringing the full court press.
Coach Tatum just yelled rebound and stop fouling. Kind of what you said.
Pretty simple instructions.
Did he hear you up here, do you think? Western into the front court. Pulls up, looking for someone. Can't find him. Andrews with him the whole way. Western right wing now. Bounce pass to Scoff. Scoff to Yaya Kita at the free throw line. Hands it to Scoff coming around. And up and no good. That ball rolled right out.
Yeah, tough break for Scoff.
Tough break for DeSmet. Here's Robert Martin into the front court. Andrews, ball tipped out of bounds by Western. They're going to say it was off Andrews. Ari Jackson will check in for Andrews.
Coach Tatum upset with Andrews. I thought the ball just got knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. Another steal by Robert Martin.
Robert Martin with the steal. Stop me if you've heard that before. Huge steal in the front court, and he got the basket. Rebound there by Wallace with a big board for the Cadets. Martin into the front court now. Drives up, fouled. He'll go to the line.
Robert Martin's been excellent tonight. finishing around the rim, hitting all of his free throws.
Redmond's fourth, and yes, just like the other night.
Yeah, and steals.
Big steals. He's had 3 huge steals in this half. Martin's first is good. He is 7 for 7 from the free throw line.
14 points for Robert Martin.
Yes. Eight for 8. Wow, what a night for Robert Martin. 15 points, 8 for 8 at the line, 3 huge steals in this half. Western, coast to coast, lays it up and in. 68-53. Baseball pass to Martin. Martin will bring it into the front court. Now he'll pull it out and eat some of that clock. 1:25 to play. 68-53 Cadets.
Western's going to have to foul him.
Western has 4. He doesn't want to foul him. Martin beat the trap, got it to Wallace, and they say he traveled. Oh, boy. If DeSmet wants any shot, they need a basket here. 68-53 the score. 1:12 to go. Odds are not in their favor. If they could hit a big basket here, though. Scoff ripped away by Ari Jackson. It's off Ari and goes out of bounds.
Scoff, he goes to the basket hard, but he kind of puts his head down as soon as he gets it to go to the basket, and instead of looking for that shot. Here's Redmond for 3.
Strong. Wallace has the rebound to Ari Jackson to Caleb Love. Here comes Love into the front court, drives down the lane, up and good. Caleb Love.
It's a signature Caleb Love drive there. Great body control.
Yaya Kita wide open down the floor. He lays it up and in. Kita's had a big night scoring.
19 points. Oh, that.
He has 20.
20.
Foul called there by number 33, Michael Scoff, his 4th. And Robert Martin back to the line, shooting 100% from the free throw line tonight. 8 for 8. I hope I didn't just jinx him.
I'm going to double down on that. I don't think he's touched rim on any of his free throws tonight.
I mean, what a night he's had. When Brenson and West were in foul trouble, Wallace foul trouble early, and Robert Martin has been so big tonight. 17 points for the freshman. Crucial steals in this game. Money at the free throw line. Western, a deep 3, goes out of bounds. It'll be CBC basketball. 72-55 the score. And here comes some substitutions for DeSmet with 20 seconds left.
And Robert Martin, that's exactly what you want out of your point guard. You want him to be tenacious on defense, be able to handle the ball, and be able to knock down free throws. And he's done all of those things well tonight.
And Evan Asleson, who's had a great career at DeSmet, had a great senior season, was held to 2 points by this CBC defense tonight. No baskets for Evan Asleson. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. That's it. Martin walks it into the front court, and your Class 5 District 4 champions are the CBC Cadets. And boy, look out in 2019-20 when these two play again. Players returning on both sides. This is going to be a big-time rivalry. It already is a big-time rivalry. The heat's going to get turned up next year.
It'll definitely be amped up next year.
Fans are reminded that CBC presentation.
So CBC will play Eureka on Wednesday, 6 p.m. tip at Lindenwood University. And the Cadets will be presented here with the district championship trophy, I believe. Let's see. They're going to come to center court. The Class 5 District 4 champions will face the District 3 champion, Eureka Wildcats, on Wednesday. CBC will be presented with the district title championship trophy, and you're watching it live on the Cadet Student Network. 72-55 the final score, and really the game was never in doubt. Dan, there was 22-4 first quarter, and that was it.
That was it. You're right. And CBC with a barrage of threes in the first half. Didn't really have to do that much in the second half, you know, kind of traded buckets, traded free throws.
Congratulations to the Class 5 District 4 runners-up.
And here comes the district championship plaque, which will go in the CBC trophy case. I hope there's a lot of extra trophy case space, Dan Locke, because that whatever case is there is being filled up very quickly.
That's right.
Football, wrestling,
Soccer.
hockey over the years. I mean, goodness. There they are, the CBC Cadets celebrating the district championship right here at Parkway Central High School, posing for the cameras and the district championship plaque. But there's a lot of business left here in this season, Dan Locke, as the Cadets will go to Lindenwood University Wednesday and take on the Eureka Wildcats in the Sweet 16.
That'll be the sectional game, correct? Is that what?
Yep. Class 5 sectional. Sweet 16,
Sweet
I like to
16,
say, for
yeah,
Class 5. So the Cadets chant on their way out. And there they go. What a game. Final score, 72-55. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. Until Wednesday at 6 p.m. So long, everybody.